Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing the Micro and Micro Plus Survival Kit by Go Prepared Survival. So stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be going over the Micro and Micro Plus kit from Go Prepared Survival. For the sake of simplicity, we're going to be taking the Micro Plus Survival kit and breaking it down at the Micro kit level and the Plus level, due to the fact that my actual Micro Survival kit is in my EDC Organizer kit, and that's something we'll discuss on a later date. Now, realistically, there is no difference between the Micro kit and the Micro Plus Survival Kit from Go Prepared Survival, save for 4 items, which is the Grabber Emergency Space Blanket, which is the original space blanket. We have the Aquamira Frontier Straw, the Exotac Fire Sleeve, and the Photon Micro X Keychain Light. So the first obvious item in this kit is the Locksack bag. Now these bags are awesome. They actually are leak proof and they are airtight, which means that you can basically compress these down, get all the air out. However, if these things get damp or moist, or they get in contact with water, the stuff that you have inside that necessarily can't get wet won't get wet. We have one triple antibiotic ointment packet, and we have a butterfly enclosure. Now, this is not going to be more centered around first aid. If you want a first aid kit, that's something you should be procuring on yourself, but it is kind of nice that they do acknowledge the need for an Ouchie Boo Boo kit. Moving on down the list, we have a fishing kit. We have 12-pound test line that's kind of already pre-rigged and organized for us, which is actually really nice. I want to say there's about 30 feet of this bad boy. Next, we have some hooks and split shot weights. These will be nice to kind of set your bait, any things you can use. You can use things from earplugs, Cheetos, basically anything you can find. Or you can use natural baits if you have them available, like bugs, critters, everything like that. Then next, they actually have a lure in here that has the weight and the hook already kind of set up for you. Is this emergency signal mirror? Now, I like this style of signal mirror because of the hole that is in the center. Now, by providing that, is it gives you a directional point to kind of aim at your target, whether it's a group of people looking for you, a plane, a moving vehicle, and something like that. And the fact that they actually offer instructions in the back, so even if you don't know how to use it, you can kind of fumble your way through it and aim this correctly. The next item in the kit is this wire saw. Now, like a lot of people, I thought wire saws were junk for a very, very long time, until I was educated and kind of learned how to take this and add upon it. And what I mean by that is, this is just a procurement tool to help you build a better tool to be able to actually process wood more effectively. Now, a wire saw as it is okay. It's not a bad tool. It'll get some small branches and some stuff done. If you use this to build something like a bow saw, which I'll kind of showcase an example here right now, is you'll see that you'll be able to actually process wood a lot more effectively, and even cut down and process small trees for things like your shelter. Moving on, we have a button compass. Now, this is not your average run-of-the-mill plain Jane compass. This is a nice kerosene-filled compass from Japan. These are the nicest button compasses that I've ever seen. To get one of these by yourself, you're looking to pay between $7.50 to $10 for a real version. And what I like about these is if you have your navigation on lock and everything's okay and you know where you are, you could use this as an emergency to start a fire. But in addition to that, if you need this for navigation, this is one of the best compasses to have. Due to the fact that it is filled with kerosene, the best part about that is that it can handle extremely cold temperatures and extremely hot temperatures before having any flashing or freezing points. The next item is a small spool of number 69 heavy duty thread. Now this thread is freaking amazing. You can use this for clothing repair, tent repair, in conjunction with the 18 dinar needle that comes with this kit, and you can go through and do a little bit of everything. This is also strong enough due to the fact of its braided, thick, heavy duty nature. You could use this as nightline for light duty fishing if you needed to. This is the 18 dinar needle that I mentioned in the thread segment. So we have this Fresnel lens. Now this is great because it has its own little sleeve, but these Fresnel lenses are awesome to see things more closely when you're reading, but more importantly in a survival or emergency situation is to be able to start a solar fire. And what impresses me the most about this particular kit is just in this kit alone, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 different methods for starting a fire. Next we have this DermaSafe knife. Now this is the original DermaSafe knife. This is not a Chinese knockoff, and I like that. This is the one that you actually get in military kits for overseas members in their survival kits. But basically this is a utility blade. You can use this for box cutting, cutting cordage. You can do this for shaving if you need to. And having this as a supplement to a really heavy duty pocket knife or something like a good fixed blade out in the field, this is a great addition to do some of those finer detail tasks such as shaving and thread cutting. The next item on the list is this awesome 10-foot hank of solid brass trap wire. Now this snare wire is freaking awesome because you can use about 1 to 2 feet of this and be able to build and develop quite a few snare traps when you're out in the field to procure yourself some food. Next on the list is this 10-foot hank of utility cord. Now I love utility cord as a backup cordage. Now, we all know the merits of paracord. Paracord is amazing, and there's hundreds of uses for it. But when we're building supplement kits or want a backup kit, having paracord can just be a little too bulky. So things like utility cord, Technora, these are really good cordages for things like tying down splints if you get injured, tent stakes, everything like that. It makes a very useful cordage that is still strong, may not be as strong as paracord, however it is nice and lightweight and you can fit quite a bit of it in a very small pack. 15 feet of duct tape. I love duct tape. We can use it for everything. I think duct tape does everything but cure cancer. We all know the merits of duct tape, from repair, holding things together, fixing things, patching things up, and not to mention that duct tape, if used in an absolute emergency, makes a wicked fire tinder. Next up is this emergency whistle. This is the Acme Tornado. This is the actual whistle that they use in the FIFA World Cup series, the actual refs use in soccer matches. Now, if they have to use this in a stadium where they have 100,000 people, 200,000 people or more, and still be able to get a clear signal across the field that people need to shut up and listen, you know this is a good whistle. The next item up is this Fire Steel with Striker. Now this is actual Fire Steel, the actual model that is used, that is issued to NATO forces overseas and downrange in their survival kits. Now I like this particular Striker. It's a nice, good, hard, sharp piece of steel on all sides. You have a little saw blade here as well for striking, but this thing actually produces a really healthy amount of sparks, and the good thing to know is you're not getting cheap Chinese crap. Now that just does it for the micro survival kit portion. Something I really appreciate about Go Prepared Survival is they're trying their hardest to produce military grade, really nice, high quality survival items for beginners, people on a tight budget, people who want to be prepared, but they don't want to keep searching for, you don't want to have to go to Amazon and go, well, I need a lighter, I need a water filter, I need this, I need that, I need this. They're doing their best research to make sure that you're getting high quality USA made items or things that are imported into countries like Germany, Japan, England, and you're getting really nice military grade stuff that you can rely on and depend on. Because if you're going to be a prepper and you're going to have survival kits, bug out bags, go bags, things in your glove box, things in your EDC, you definitely want to invest in that, because to me this is realistic life insurance. This is self-preservation insurance. We have the Space Blanket, which is the original emergency space blanket. Now, I like this particular setup because it has the matte OD green. It does have that really nice reflective layer, so you can trap in all your body heat and you're not just sending off a huge signal. Now, the great thing about this is it's a little bit thicker and a little bit bigger and more rugged than a lot of the cheap Mylar sheath that you find nowadays. The next item in this kit is the Frontier Aquamira drinking straw. Now this is a solid straw. I have tested this thoroughly on my channel. My wife, my kids, myself have all drank it from this. We've tested it outdoor camping. We have dozens of these. I literally have about 8 of these walking around the house. However, this is the only item in the Micro Plus edition of the kit that I would make a change for, and this is what I would change it out for. Now the quality level is the same, but this is the Hydro Blue Sidekick. This is a 3-stage water filter, which filters just a little bit more different types of things than just a standard drinking straw. However, this straw in a pin style caplet filters up to 100 gallons instead of the 30 from the Aquamira. Next in the Micro Plus Survival Kit, we have the Exotac Fire Sleeve. Now, some people think this is silly, but I love this thing. It allows your normal plain Jane Bic lighters to be waterproof, but it floats, and it also provides an ability to put a lanyard on it, so there is just an additional measure of protection to make sure you don't lose this thing. However, when you see this, there are 3 different rings to kind of trap your Bic lighter in there. So even if this violently gets tossed into a lake, stream, river, pond, anything like that, you're not going to lose the functionality of your lighter, because in a survival situation, fire is everything. The last item in this kit is the Photon Micro X light. Now, where this is separated from a lot of other really crappy keychain lights, and because this keychain light isn't necessarily the cheapest, but it's still a really good investment price. It's only like 10 bucks for these. But what I like about these is they are water resistant. They have an ability to have constant on. They're really, really, really freaking bright. However, this is an actual emergency survival signaling light. Like you just saw, it has its normal on and off modes. However, there are several modes in addition to this, and you can press and hold this thing until it goes past the blink. And you can choose between different modes such as slow beacon, medium beacon, fast flash, or SOS, in addition to an ability to use this to signal in Morse code. Well, this just about does it for the Micro and Micro Plus survival kit. Now, what I like about these kits is by doing all the price comparison online, you're looking at somewhere between $85 to $90 to buy this entire kit separately. But I believe on their website, I want to say something around the $60 to $65 price range for the Micro Plus survival kit. I appreciate what Go Prepared Survival is trying to do for the outdoor prepping and survival communities. As this becomes a lot more mainstream, there's a lot of families and couples, groups, and people that are trying to get together, and they don't necessarily think there's going to be a government collapse. But there's plenty of people that travel, they go on different camping trips, they want to prepare for natural disasters, and having good survival kits and things that are of quality is vital. But having a company like Go Prepared Survival who's doing what they can to not rip you off and not destroy your wallet is really awesome in my opinion. And if you want to learn more about the Micro Plus and the different Go Fast kits they have at Go Prepared Survival, I'll definitely throw some links down in the video description. But that just about does it for now. If you enjoyed the test footage and the overview of the Micro and the Micro Plus Go Fast kits from Go Prepared Survival, definitely throw this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about does it for now. Hope you have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.